Hello everyone. So now we are going to start the new topic in current issues, that is your reading number 100. It's about advances in artificial intelligence. So we are going to study about its implication for the capital market activity. So focus is purely on capital market activities. That means how AI is going to impact my capital market activities. Clear? So with the heading of the topic, so one thing is clear, that I am going to study the role of the artificial intelligence in capital market. So now when you are thinking of this artificial intelligence, that means your AI. Okay, artificial intelligence. So trust me, it's a very powerful tool which can actually analyze huge amount of data. It can learn the patterns, it can make decisions faster than humans. So this is something which is clear and we know about it. Clear? So in financial markets where prices changes every second prices are changing in the stock market, in the bond market. So this speed and accuracy over here become extremely valuable. Sir, I want speed because prices are changing very frequently, and I want accuracy as well. I don't want any type of mistake, because over here mistakes can cost me millions and billions of dollars. Clear? So first of all, let us understand that where AI is actually currently in use. Okay, and discussion will be with respect to capital market only. So it actually helps the firm to understand the clients better, what they want, how much risk they can take. Sir, one thing is clear, I want to know my client better so that I can serve them better. So first of all, I'll know what they want, how much risk they can actually take. Clear? It also improves the investment decision. So like which stock to buy, which sector to invest in, which stock to sell, which sector to get out right now. Clear? So it is heavily used in trading. We have used that word algorithms. Okay, they can execute the orders in milliseconds. Means before you place a order, algorithms can place thousands of order. If you will set the pattern, when to buy, when to sell, before you even think, algorithm would have done it. Clear? Now the second part, it also helps in the risk management as well. Okay, so by continuously monitoring the portfolio, they will identify the risk early, and hence they will help in the risk management, because risk management process start with the risk identification. Okay, then you will start taking the measures to control the risk. Clear? So it's a very important point even today, that AI is not fully independent. Humans are still involved. Clear? So that's why it is called a human in the loop approach. Without human, AI cannot survive. AI need human so that AI can perform in a better, or you can say in most optimized manner. Clear? Now see, this is what I'm giving you, a kind of a summary. Okay, or you can say a starter, that what we are going to study in this particular topic. Clear? So over here the next big idea is what is actually changing because of the AI. Clear? See, AI is actually changing how the market behaves, because now all the investors suppose are using the algorithms, and I am not using algorithm. They will understand the pattern before they will invest in the market. With the help of the algo trading, they will take that profit, I'll be left behind. Clear? So today a large part of trading is actually done through this algorithmic trading by the institutional investors, definitely not people like us, who are the retail investors. Clear? Who have to invest in few days and then they'll keep it for longer period of time, and then they'll take it out. But when you are managing huge amount of funds, say thousands of crores, you're not doing it manually. Clear? Now these systems can react instantly to the news much faster than human. Suppose you are listening to a news that ITC have to increase the price of the cigarettes, their sales will decrease, or might be if they will not be able to sell at a higher rate, then their profit will reduce. It will take time for a human being to think and evaluate that news, and then you will take the decision, okay, let's sell the ITC. In that moment AI would have done that. They have listened the news, immediately processed that news into an information. Based on that information, they have taken the trade that I should sell the shares of ITC. Are you getting this point? That how it is going to help you? It's much faster than the human. Now it leads to some benefit. Markets will become much more efficient. Clear? Prices will adjust quickly and liquidity will improve in the normal conditions. So three benefits again. So market will become efficient. Second, so price will adjust quickly. Third, so liquidity will improve in the normal condition. Clear? But again, there is a flip side. Means, so during a stressful situation, during suppose something wrong came up, now your AI system, what they will do? They'll start selling, and every algorithm, for suppose there are 10 investors, everyone is using the algorithm, everyone is selling, you will see a sharp price fall, or you will see a flash crash, market immediately coming down. Clear? So AI can increase the volatility during that crisis, because you have given that inbuilt orders to the AI that sell if there is some bad news, it will sell it immediately. So now it's your model selling, everyone's model selling, market crash. Clear? So AI will improve the market in normal times, but it will create instability during the stress situation. Clear? So sir, one thing is clear, that we need to work upon the financial stability risk, which is a very critical area. Okay, so there are a few key risks you must remember, like, sir, concentration risk. What is this concentration risk? If many firms will use the same AI model or same data providers, then everyone behave in a very similar fashion, and that will increase the systematic risk. You remember stress situation, because I am using the same AI model who have the same type of information. Data is also coming from the same providers. All models will behave in the same fashion, leads to the increase in systematic risk. Clear? Second is market fragility, means faster trading, automation, higher chances of sudden crash. Clear? Third, opacity. Opacity means what? Sir, AI models are often known as a black box. Okay, means every firm will not fully understand that how decisions are actually made. See, AI have thousands of such algorithms. Clear? So which algorithm, which you can say which code, because there are multiple logics. Okay, based on the logics, I'll take a trade. So thousands of logics you have given it to the algorithms. Now out of these thousands of logic, they have taken a bundle of three logics, and then based on that they will take a trade. Like, you'll see that ITC, there is a bad news. Okay, bad news. Now they have seen that profits are falling. Profits are falling in their financial system. Clear? Apart from that, they have seen that their chairman have resigned, and there is some governance issue. These three are combined together, it gives a sell signal, it gives a sell signal. So to the firm, they will not fully understand that how decisions are made so quickly, but AI can do it, because you have given this type of algorithm logics, that algorithm should work in the given situation. Clear? So there is one more risk which is very critical, that is, sir, cyber risk and manipulation. Clear? Because AI can be used to create fake news. Clear? And that can influence the market, it can create the panic. Clear? Like Iran war is going on with US and Israel, so many fake videos are coming on a regular interval on the social media, on the news channels. So it creates a panic, and that panic leads to the fall in the share market tomorrow morning. Clear? And the most important, that my model is dependent upon the third party, because if AI providers will fail, it will impact the entire financial markets. Clear? And now in the last section of this particular topic, we are going to study that what regulators should do. See, regulators cannot stop the AI, but what they can do, sir, their job is to manage the risk while allowing these innovations. Clear? So there are few things which regulators should focus on. Okay, what's that? What's actually that? So first of all, they ensure the proper governance and accountability. They make sure that AI systems are transparent as well as they are explainable. Clear? Third, which is important, that is to monitor the data quality, and if there is any bias, that needs to be reported. And the fourth one, which is the most important, the institutions, the companies which are creating these models. Okay, so we need to manage the third party risk. Clear? So regulators are also using AI themselves. Okay, we call them as subtech. Clear? So basically they want to monitor the market in real time, and it will help them to detect if there is any unusual activities. Clear? Also, apart from monitoring the market, they are also using it at a policy level. Okay, they are working on stronger cyber security frameworks, better stress testing and circuit breakers, and more disclosure requirements, especially for the non-banking financial institutions where they are actually using to manipulate the markets. So if the disclosures will come, related party transaction, how they are going to get the information about the stocks market, so things will become clearer, picture will become clearer to the investor, to the market, to the regulators. Clear? So overall, if I want to summarize the whole summary of this particular topic, that sir, AI is making market faster, smarter and more efficient, but at the same time it is also making them more complex and potentially more unstable. Clear? That's why the future of finance will purely depend upon how we balance this innovation, okay, that is your AI, with regulations and human oversight. Clear? Human should be the part of it. Clear? So how we are going to monitor that? So in this particular basically 10 to 12 minutes, I have given you a complete understanding, sir, what I am going to study in this particular topic. I haven't explained any of the point, but I have given you a complete picture, sir, what I am going to cover up in this particular lecture. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll keep this as a part one of this lecture, and in the next lecture I'll continue on discussing each and every point of this topic. Okay, thank you.